up, man? How are you?
Man, listen, man. First of all, I always like to say, come in and greet everybody and tell everybody good morning and best wishes to the boxing voice, the voice of the people. Ness, Danny, and Bo, you guys always are doing a great job delivering the message.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes, people, aren't up early. I'm up all the time, so like I said, I'm a big fan of the show and what you guys are doing. But one thing that we should do is it's a good time in life to be thankful for what we got and not complain about what we don't got. And we don't have those tremendous fighters, those two warriors, those two. I think I don't know if Spence is a has he won belts in two different divisions or not? Because I know Crawford has.
No, just
Nah,
welterweight.
just welterweight.
Okay, but yeah, but two extraordinary talents. You know what I mean? And when we get there, we're gonna get there. But one thing that we do have is we have history being made once again with Devin Haney in Australia, and I don't want it to be undermined or or swept under the rug with a lot of things that we don't have. Devin is doing something historic, and George Kambosos has raised his hand. We're not hearing a lot from George Kambosos right now. I think one of the themes, because he tends to take different themes in his life that kind of replicates certain movies. I think everyone noticed that he was identifying going with the 300 aspect as motivation. I think now it's Rocky Balboa. You know, I, I know that George is going to come. He has everything, against him now. He's once again the challenger, and he's gonna find some way to come and make it a good fight. I
Bill,
believe that it
man,
was.
I gotta stir the pot here, man. Somebody sent me a clip of you calling Loma White Jesus.
Well,
Why do you think Lomachenko is White Jesus?
well, and it's in all fairness, you know what I mean. That's something that's of course he's not Jesus, you know what I mean, and we don't want to poke fun at anyone that's like I say Christian or I'm a Muslim and I believe in Jesus as well. So that's just something that was a joke and it was kind of like taken out of context. One of my good friends, he refers to him as White Jesus because he's did some kind of savior or some kind of stuff. I don't know. He would have to explain it. So I made a reference to him. That some people say that Devin is Black Jesus. You know what I mean? But those are just
So
whatever.
does
Just
that?
boxing talk.
I mean, is that like code for savior of the sport? Savior of
Well,
boxing?
it would be
Resurrector?
considered as
I mean, look,
well.
Danny's making faces,
Yeah.
but I mean, when you talk of Jesus, you got to stick to religion.
No, I know. That's why he said. He just
Well,
said.
yes, and I'm saying is that some believe in and what he has done with similarities to Jesus in the sense of resurrecting and doing all those things. I won't act like I don't understand what the reference was. You know what I mean? But what can we how can we talk about that? Let's get back to the fact that there's an undisputed fight in Australia, October the 15th. Here in the United States, October the 16th, and in Australia. And let me make this clear that George Kambosos asked for a rematch was something that Teofimo Lopez didn't do. George Kambosos is a hell of a fighter. Jojo Diaz is a hell of a fighter. Jorge Linares was a hell of a fighter. And Gamboa was a hell of a fighter. I don't take anything away from Lomachenko. I don't take anything away from Tank Davis. I know that it's something special about Devin Haney that's different. It always has been. and I've been very consistent in saying that. So, like I said, it's going to be a great fight, man. You know what I mean? We can't necessarily write the fight off in terms of what happened in the last fight because Devin is constantly growing. I know that George Kambosos is even hungrier. You would think so. He has everything to gain and nothing to lose. He's a man with his back against the wall, and definitely I want to come by to the boxing voice, the voice of people, especially in the morning, and let them know what's happening for real.
Bill, I gotta ask. We've seen Devin in the gym for a bit now. The fight's a month and a half out still. How are you seeing Devin this time around, this camp around? I know you guys are up there in the Bay right now at Snack.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We're here in the Bay. I would have loved to have come out, and with you guys and came in. How was your grand opening?
It was great. It was great. We uploaded the show this morning.
Oh, good, man. Yeah, so we're right here. Yeah, we're right here in Snack, and just getting ready. And Devin is, like I said, he's 23 and he's getting better. He's just getting better and better. You know what I mean? He hasn't reached his peak, and it's exciting to see.
Now I know you guys are getting some working out there with a young kid Kane from Sacramento. How's that been, Bill? I got the chance to watch him spar out here in Vegas, and he looks phenomenal. How has that been?
Oh, Kane is a tough guy. You know what I mean? He's from up north. You know what I mean? So it's always a pleasure to give him some work. You know what I mean? Let him see it on a world-class level. That way he can go and, you know what I mean, get his game together. You know what I mean? He's a young fighter, and he's hungry. And yeah, you can expect some some good things from him. It's a great story. You know what I mean? The kid still has a job right now. You know what I mean? And he's fighting like that, and having a job, going to do, you know what I mean, a 9 to 5 every day. So you can only imagine what he can do, you know what I mean, if he's doing it full time.
Absolutely.
Coach, I wanted to ask about last night's sparring possibly. And if it wasn't last night, that's okay, because when we had him in studio, they said that you guys have gotten sparring before and they were looking forward to being brought back. They felt they did well enough that they would. I look on his Instagram and he was in the Bay yesterday with your fighter. Unfortunately, I don't remember his name, but I know his
Team
trainer's
Trouble.
Yeah, but what's his real name? Because I know the coach.
I think it's Samuel. I don't know the last
I know the
name.
coach more than the kid, but they
Yeah.
They were saying that you guys welcomed them before and they got to get some work with Devin, and that they would love it again. And now I see on his Instagram that he was with Devin last night.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we bleed the Bay through and through. You know what I mean? We've made Vegas our home. You know what I mean? But it's not home to us. You know what I mean? The Bay is home to us. Oakland, San Francisco, Vallejo, Richmond, Sacramento. Even though Sacramento is the northern part of California, I mean, it's Northern California, but it's not considered the Bay Area. You know what I mean? We're still, I still have a place in my heart for everything up north. And to see these kids, and Trouble being one of them, I think he's headed to go spar with Shakur as well.
Yes, in Houston.
Yeah, in Houston. So, like you can expect some good things out of that kid as well. His father is and grandfather. They both have put their life, on hold to see this kid's dreams come true. So, like I said, that's another remarkable story. You got to look forward to seeing some big things out of him. Of course, the work is always good because, with the young fighters like that, we see their path and the similarities of what we went through. You know what I mean? So it's going to always be good and appropriate. You know what I mean? Because you can learn and find something to do with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And him being Trouble being an amateur, but having the heart of this as big as this house I'm in. He's, you know what I mean? You know, he gave us some work. He served his purpose, man. I enjoyed last night, and also I thanked them privately and now publicly.
That's what's up, man. Good to hear.
Samuel Castellano is his name.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Bill, I gotta ask. I hope it's crossed your mind, but the rematch obviously being held in a very historic venue in the Rod Laver Arena. I gotta ask, Bill, have you thought about like, wow, I may have to head back to Melbourne at some point with Sean, possibly playing in that same arena where the Australian Open is being held. You know, obviously we know Sean has had a successful and young and growing tennis career. So has that idea or thought crossed your mind?
Well, yeah, thank you for asking, though. Inshallah, that one day he will, God willing, be in that arena. But like I said, you know, for me, it's so historic that Devin is now the undisputed champion, and to defend the belts and to go back over there when, you know what I mean, I'm very conscientious of the fact that everyone whispered in my ear about watching out and be careful and you know what I mean, and do the things that, you know, now we have to go back and do those same things, and I'm just as much conscientious, and I'm very aware that George will come in, you know, winging it, making it a dirty fight. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to attempt to make it as dirty as possible. You know what I mean? So with all those intangibles, I remain to stay focused on the fact that it's George Kambosos, and then of course my family will probably enjoy the fact that it's in a historic tennis arena as well.
Absolutely.
I gotta ask, man. Everybody is here waiting for you to talk about the Doug Fisher shit. Like, we want to hear about the Doug Fisher shit. Like, well, first of all, I feel like it was very disrespectful, and obviously, you'll receive it in a certain way, and others will receive it as dick rotten because we have a relationship. But I don't think that a journalist has the right to say as much as Doug did, because you just not in the ring. Like, to win that title, it's only 8 men
in the
that were able
era
to do it, and to diminish and discredit it kind of sucks. But I wanted to know your thoughts on the back and forth between your son and Doug Fisher,
and obviously just Ring Magazine in general with that situation. Well,
understanding the business and then coming on, and that's one of my things I like to do. Like, I like to come and tell the people what's really going on in the business, because like Deontay Wilder pointed out, the boxing sport is a business, and whichever one you want to put before, but it's a sport and a business, or business and a sport. And I had a great conversation with Doug Fisher, and Joe, right? And
before or after?
After, right? And I understand the frustration that Dougie is going through, right? Because it's being interpreted that as if he makes the list. It's being interpreted as Ring makes the list, right? Ring has been the vehicle, and ESPN has been the vehicle for the sports news, right? The 8-person panel or 7-person panel that you can go on the ringratings.com and see that the 7 members that make up the list vote the way that they vote. But I don't feel that those 7 have any more weight than Ness, Danny, or Bo. These are 3 guys. So I think publicly it's a great time, and I think that Devin is. And I told Dougie, I said he's a kind of guy that's revolutionizing the sport in the way that the fans are getting a chance to see what's really going on. And it's platforms like the Boxing Voice that allow these things to happen. Doug, he pleaded his cases as saying, bro, I was very frustrated, and there was some things that I could have said. I mean, there's some things that I could, if I could have done differently, I would have. And I would have said, champ, you, in my opinion, is pound for pound, but it's a panel of voters, and you know what I mean? You keep fighting, and you're going to make it. Your future is bright, and so on and so forth. Well, that would be just like the last 7 callers that come on, right? That's what their opinion is. Should we give the 7 guys that are voting any more credence based on, we don't even know who they are. We don't know where they are in life. It's their opinion, and they have that job, fortunately. Just like the ESPN pound for pound ratings, they have a panel, right? And they come out with a list. They vote. But I think that in 2022, what's happened now, the consumers, being the fans, have understand now that they have a voice, and their list, whether it be Champ Side, whether it be Blue Blood, whether it be the Boxing Voice, is just as valuable and just as credible. Although their platform or their bullhorn might be louder, that doesn't mean it's more truthful.
No, I agree with that. My argument is I was taught undisputed was the highest accolade in boxing. Am I mistaken as a trainer? Is there another accolade that you know that trumps being undisputed in boxing?
Well, no, and that's what I spoke to him about, right? But once those are facts over feelings. The pound for pound list is feelings and not facts. There's no factual basis based on that, and that's what he was expressing to me, right? And right, so if you're a casual, right? What we say a casual, that you casually come by the sport and you don't really dive into it, right? And then, or you're a hardcore fan, or someone that's in the business, we want to look into what this process is. I fortunately got a chance to talk to the editor-in-chief of the Ring magazine. You know what I mean? But I knew him before.
But isn't Doug?
Doug?
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah.
Doug. Yeah, Doug he's the editor-in-chief. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than Mike Coppinger, who I knew before he took on the job at ESPN, right? It's not Mike that does the list. It's not ESPN. It's not Bob Arum. I mean, and we have to place. And if you would like to take a look, you can go to the ESPN ratings, look down, and it'll show you.
Oh, we did that.
Guys
we did that, BH, because we wanted to see. We had to see it.
And then the Ring, you did it with the Ring as well?
Honestly, we did not.
Nah, we ain't.
And I didn't know that the Ring showed it, but we did do it with ESPN.
Yeah, the Ring does it as well.
Okay.
And if you showed the ESPN process, if you showed the way that they do it, then the Ring does it the exact same way.
Bill, I gotta ask, given that you have spoken to Doug since, did it come up? I was curious because obviously Lomachenko is on their pound for pound list at number 6. I'm just curious though, because they don't even have him the top lightweight. Obviously Devin is the Ring magazine champion, but he's not even the top lightweight. Did they say how is it different? Like, how are you not even at the top of your division, but you're in the pound for pound list?
Okay, so that's where I say just on this level is no different than the level that both Ness, and you were shooting at, right? When you cut it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you give it a chance, right? And then you say, Ness says, oh my God, this guy's unbelievable, right? And then he just cuts it, you're not, because it then becomes just, you understand that it's just an opinion, and you won't sway a person's opinion in one conversation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So there's also the issue in the internet world that, I don't know if Devin, I think Devin said something at the press conference announcing the George Kambosos rematch, and the internet went crazy, and it's like, oh, Devin's vacating after the fight. He's not going to fight Loma. Is it your belief that this is the last fight for your son at 35? Is it getting too difficult to make it? Does it look like 40 is more of a reality?
Like he's always said, you know what I mean, that the weight is not easy. You know what I mean? He gave me, you know what I mean, the reins to say, Pop, what do you think? Right? Look, you know, obviously I look at him every day, and I see what's going on. I'm in the, I do the business. You know what I'm saying? So I know that it's been a bunch of playing around and motherfuckers ducking. Fake fights. You know, you hear Devin talking and mentioning people's names. You don't never hear the people mentioning Devin's names, but you went undisputed, you defend, and you're still waiting, right? So during that press conference, we let the world know that we're not the waiters. We're no longer the waiters, right? We're still hunting, we're still hungry, but, give us our respect as well.
Absolutely.
I was saying that if the people really want that Loma fight and Devin feels it's difficult to stay at 135, do it at 40. I know at 40 there's no belts. At 40 it makes it a little bit more difficult. Loma's never been there. Have you thought about that, or is it walk away from 35 and from that fight, or is it walk away from 35 and offer him an opportunity at 40?
Oh no, we entertain the best fights at 35, and we're going to entertain the best fights at 140 pounds, whoever that may be.
No, but I mean Loma specifically. Would you be?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Listen, absolutely.
Okay. So it's something that you guys would see if you can make happen at 40, Loma, Haney.
Absolutely.
Do you think he would be willing, being as though what is that would be, 26, 30, 35, 44 divisions for him?
Well, I don't know what he would be interested in doing or not. You know what I mean? Only thing that I know that Devin has been at 135 pounds his whole entire career. You know what I'm saying? So from a kid, so I don't know what Loma can do or he can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Bill, I have to ask, we just saw one of the 140-pound titles being fought for a week or two ago. Albert Puello came out with it. Did you or Devin happen to catch the fight? And if so, what was your thoughts on it?
I didn't catch the fight.
Okay.
I don't know. Who was it?
Albert Puello. He fought. He fought.
He trains by Bobby Santos. Used to be with Ishmael Salas. He's Dominican, undefeated. Sean Boxing, I think, promotes him.
No, I'm not sure. But I saw that Hendry.
Yeah, they both became champs on the same night.
Right, but I seen an interview, but it was in Spanish, so I didn't know what Hendry was saying. Did you see that interview?
You mean Hendry, the one that's trained by Ken, or?
Yeah, the one that's trained by
Henry, Ken. Or Hector Henry Garcia that beat Colbert.
No, I was talking about. I thought you were talking about two different people. I don't know that other guy.
You don't know the one that beat Colbert, but you know the one that's trained by Ken.
Trained by Kenny.
Okay.
Who did it? But I don't know.
Yeah, he just got a win. I didn't see his interview. Ken did share some highlights of the Montgomery brothers fight, but I didn't see the interview with Hendry. No.
But
yeah, I think Devin is going to be moving around with one of the Montgomery brothers.
Really?
Yeah, but we know them from a long time ago. Before I think Devin had just turned pro and they were still amateurs, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, you're gonna bring in a Montgomery to work on like speed, like Devin chasing him or Devin moving because isn't he like I don't know 3 divisions or below because they 26 pounders, right?
Is he Malik Montgomery or something like that?
Yeah, is it Malik 26?
I don't know. I know the Kenny. You know what I'm saying? Kenny be having some guys.
No, he got Malik Montgomery and the brother. It's 2 of them.
Yeah, Mike Hill. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. They look big as hell.
Maybe Malik is bigger than Michael.
Let me see.
No, but I know that if Kenny got him, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be some. It's gonna be some work. It's gonna be
Malik's
something
last
that,
fight was
like
at
I said, it's
130.
just like with trouble. It's gonna be something that you can work on. You know what I'm saying? You don't go in there and gotta kill nobody, or somebody gotta kill you to get some work in. You guys have seen Devin work.
Absolutely.
I got James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. I've always appreciated the way you have allowed Devin to train and learn from various other trainers. My question is this: what trainer from the past would you have liked Devin to train under and learn from?
From the past that he hasn't already trained.
Yeah,
with?
I'm assuming someone that's no longer with us, or
Eddie
just someone that you maybe haven't been able to put him with.
Eddie Futch.
Okay.
Legend for sure.
What was it about Mr. Futch that you
would have wanted Devin
Yeah.
to get exposed to?
Well, he had the whole Detroit, the Detroit Midwest system. He had a couple of the best fighters in the world. Well, what he had, he had a lot of them, but who stands out most that Eddie had that I would think he had
Larry Holmes. I mean, he had Larry Holmes. He had Joe Frazier, Ken Norton. So Trevor Berbick.
Yeah, he had a bunch of them, man. He had a bunch of them. But the person that I personally like and that told me all the great stories about him that I learned from is Mike McCallum.
The body snatcher.
Yeah.
BH, we've seen you bring in Mike and other legends before. Do you have anybody for this camp, for this fight, that you guys are bringing in just for some expert knowledge? Or some
No. It's been pretty quiet on that. As far as that, we've seen George. We've been in the ring with him. It's the same guy, so we kind of know what we could have done better. You know what I mean? We know what he's done, what he likes to do. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? We got a good game plan.
I got Ruin 504 that says, "What's your opinion on pound for pound list?" But you kind of gave a thorough explanation on that.
But you know what I need to ask you guys, because I've heard, and most recently, it's even came out like just not from my friends, you know what I mean, or people that I respect, like Champside, who says, because if you watch that new interview that Dazn they did, one of the gentlemen on there says that he doesn't believe the heavyweights should be on the pound for pound list as well. Is that what you guys believe?
That's something that's been pretty old in the sport. A lot of people don't put heavyweights in there, but I think that that doesn't make sense, right? Like, the entire basis of pound for pound is this guy and this guy. If they were the same weight, how would they do? So why are heavyweights excluded?
Right. Well, it's when you think about it, the way that the gentleman was describing it is that the heavyweights are the glamour. They already have the glitz and the glam and the heavyweight. Then it's everyone else that's considered the pound for pound, which to me didn't necessarily make sense. I believe that it's pound for pound the best, no matter what weight you're in.
Brandon in Houston says, when you heard the Wilder Hellenius was announced for the same date as Devin, what was your initial thoughts?
Well, that's for me, I try to always stay positive about it, and your initial thoughts, you know what I mean, might be alarming. You know what I mean? You want to always think that things are bad, and as I settled down into it, I knew that day was going to draw a lot of people to the couch to watch boxing, and as far as our peak, right, we're looking to peak good on ESPN. I think we peaked at 3 million homes the last fight, right? So as long as we peak where someone is saying, okay, let's go check out this Devin Haney as well. Let's Wilder, and you kind of like try to time it and one or the other. It's like watching two basketball games, on the same day, or two football games, I should say, and you like two teams on a Sunday, and you flip back and forth. I don't want to steal any fans. I want fans to enjoy both fights if they can.
Casual boxing fan. Besides your son.
Ness. Hey, Ness.
Yeah,
hey, Ness, because as far as I know, with my TV, and I don't know, what I mean? I hope with everyone else is, I'm not real techie, but I can record my fight on the ESPN at home and come home and watch it. So if you pay for Wilder's fight and then, it's a fight party and you say, okay, well, hello?
No, we hear you.
Yeah. So you say, okay, well, now let's watch Devin. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, I mean,
Plus,
what I mean?
ESPN is on demand, Bill. ESPN is on demand. So if you have the app, even if Devin's fight is on terrestrial ESPN, you still get the playback on the app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
see, I didn't know.
It's always.
See, I'm not real. I know that our fight and what we doing now, all my friends that, what I mean, that are locked up, what I mean, all my friends, family, and all the people that we always tell Devin, what I mean, talk about Devin, what I mean, the fight on ESPN got everybody a chance to watch it, what I'm saying? And I think Dazn, I was out campaigning hard that you only had to pay $20 or $10 or something like that. But it feels good now to give the fight for free to, what I'm saying, to all the, what I mean? Because it's like girls and stuff that got kids and older people, right? To bust them down for the 80 piece for me. When we turned down the money that we turned down, it just felt so much better to give it to them for free. And now you say that, because I said with the record, they can watch it. I just want them to be able to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's important. And I think with the ESPN platform that we have now, it just works. It just works good for us. You know what I'm saying?
Bill, I wanted to ask, obviously, before you got out to Australia, Devin was with Yoel Judah. Was Zab anywhere around? And how's Zab been? When's the last time you seen him?
Oh man, that's my cousin Zab. Man, Zab is always around in spirit, energy, and all the stuff. When Abba, they're so similar. You know what I mean? That's the son that we felt Zab's presence. I always talk to him and stuff, but with his business ventures that he got going on and stuff like that, new family, kids, wife. We didn't see him during this camp, but we see him, during that camp, but we seen, when the camp is over with, and we going out, going to eat, party, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we always see that, we just didn't see him during the camp.
Okay, so after Australia, you physically seen him?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he looking good?
Who?
Zab.
What you mean looking good?
I'm just saying, man. Rumor has it he's gonna be fighting Logan Paul. It just hitting the scene, so not everybody knows. But I'm looking at it like, damn, is he
in fighting shape?
Is he big enough? Like Logan is a big boy, and Floyd was as good as Floyd was. And look, Floyd, he had to fight Logan. I was at that fight. That was a fight for Floyd. He thought it was about to be a little game until he seen how big Logan was.
I reserve the right to talk about that when I hear it from Zab. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Well. Know this: if you talk to Zab and he confirmed, you come back to me and let me know.
I'm telling you, want to talk. He need to come on the.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Hell yeah. What's? Because if that's your cousin, then what's her name? Oh my god. Let me look it up. I've been asking her, but she don't even work with him no more. She said. Davina. You know Davina?
Not. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name. I would have to see the face.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they saying, man. They saying, according to Jack Slack MMA, Logan Paul will return October 29th on the same pay-per-view as his brother versus Zab. If they do that, I like that shit. Because you know that could have been his own main event. If they going to put them both on the same, because it's also been rumored that Logan is fighting Anderson Silva.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that that's going.
You don't think that's real?
Yeah, I don't think that that's real.
BH, I gotta ask. I know obviously you got there in
even
time
for that Logan Paul money, Bill. I mean, that's that Logan Paul. If Logan got Floyd out the bed, you don't think he gonna get Zab out the bed?
I don't know. I just don't know. I would have to hear it from Cuz. You know what I mean? I'd have to hear it from him. I don't know.
Shoot that text, Bill.
It's a different weight class. I don't think he's.
No.
You know, Zab was a small 47. You know what I mean? Floyd was along the lines of Floyd was a small 47. You know what I mean? But Floyd is a bigger 47 than Zab was. You know, so I don't know.
I'm being told that if you record the Devin fight on your DVR, whether that's your cable box provided DVR or your own TiVo DVR, whatever they call these days, it counts as a view for Nielsen's. But Bill, unfortunately, we got Zoom here, which puts you on a time limit, and it is going to cut you out in about 1 minute, so I don't want it to do it mid-sentence. Please give out your social media. And thank you, as always, for coming on.
Well, like I always say, you know, thank you for having me. You know, blessings to you guys.
YouTube family, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.